It helps you get out of a bunch of
I've
situations,
actually
especially
seen
against.
a lot of Zerg games where they use the drone, they mineral trick past the hold position zealot,
Yeah, just to get a scout in.
and
It's
then the
probably.
zealot, either the zealot gets pulled off and then Zerglings run in, or you can still scout and get all the information you need.
Yeah, and of course scouting always a problem for Zerg, but that's for another game.
Definitely. So I mean, it's possible we'll be seeing a four warp gate again from these players. Ignite might be doing the same thing back to Tetragon, just going, hey, you four gated me, I'm gonna four gate you this time.
Yeah, and Ignite missed a probe somewhere, so it's now 19 to 21. A little bit of a slip up. See if that manages to do anything later. We might be seeing a 3 stalker rush here from Ignite.
You can see it. He's got the two gates out, pumping out the stalkers. He did supply block himself though a little bit, which will definitely slow down that stalker.
Oh, and he's not bellying another pylon still.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
he
not gonna help.
realizes that he basically just killed his little stalker push.
Tetragon losing his probe to the middle, sees a stalker out there. Let's see here. Tetragon sees both of the gateways, and Ignite has a little bit of information on his opponent as well.
Yeah, I think this rush would have done actually quite a bit more damage had he not supply blocked himself.
Yeah, he
So you
is
see, he's
still supply blocked at 26. Just starting a pylon now. Getting a third gateway and a robo facility. Canceling those 2 stalkers, realizing he could use his money other places.
yeah. There's no reason for him to keep building stalkers. I mean, he basically screwed up with 3 stalker push by not having enough stalkers out. I mean, Tetragon does have this force field ready and another force field ready behind that, but I mean, it's pretty much not coming with this rush because of the fact that he fell so far behind.
Yeah, that's right. And we actually see 4 warp gates and a robo from Ignite here. So either he's going to try to catch back up really quickly and pump out extra units with the extra money he saved, or we're going to see some dirty, crazy all-in with Immortals or something.
The only problem is you really can't support this much stuff.
That's true. If you supply block yourself for a while and start building up minerals, though, then throwing down that extra building can get you a couple extra units out, so that you're kind of even with your opponent. Though it's not a good thing to do, but it's something you can do to try to catch back up if you expect a fast rush like in a
Throw down
PvP.
an extra building just to help catch up in production.
Yeah, just for that 1 or 2 rounds of units you're trying to warp in.
As I say, you're only going to be able to get like 1 or 2 rounds of units because then you're basically you won't have enough income.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So Ignite here looks like he's might throw down a proxy pylon. Maybe he's gonna scout. No, build an assimilator. I'm not sure. Oh, an
There he
observer
goes.
coming out really early for Ignite.
It'd be
That's
nice if he
interesting.
had a vision of the high ground though and blink. He could just blink right in. But
Yeah, there's no way he can support that either, though.
true. There's two
4 gates of
sentries in
robo.
the 2 sentries in the front. I mean, but Tetragon is pulling down, so he's definitely going to be able to use his army to its advantage.
Oh, and if he had saved that
Guardian
Guardian
Shield
Shield,
them out.
that's exactly right. You could have cut that army in half, especially with only stalkers. Could have done a bit of damage, I do think.
Yeah, could have easily cut that army in half, blocked the ramp so he couldn't have retreated. But with the observer there, he can shoot up onto the high ground now. So it won't even really matter that he's got.
Tetragon's gonna split the army here. Yep,
There he goes.
solid move.
Luckily
And
for him, though, he's got vision.
oh, Tetragon bringing out a Colossi here. This is gonna change the matchup quite quickly because he's already ahead in Harvester count. He's about even on units, a little better composition, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this Colossi comes out in time. Actually, Ignite could get up here and do some damage.
He's still got enough energy on those sentries. He's going to keep force fielding this army out.
Yeah, that is a good point.
He's just got that 1 sentry in the high ground, which now has been spotted and taken out. It looks like, is he going to try and push up there? No, possibly a bad
There
idea.
it goes.
There's the force field to split the army in half again.
Yep, Colossi is out. An Immortal and Colossi against Mass Stalker.
Yeah.
Ugh.
This is definitely going to be, there's not much Ignite can do after this. He's going to be behind so far.
Yeah, he's behind on Harvesters, he's behind on Army, he's behind on Tech. This is currently not looking good. Tetragon with a little bit of money banked here, just warping in more units.
I mean, all he has to do right now is push out with this army, and he's pretty much got it under control.
Yep. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tetragon take a base here, because he knows he's ahead, and if he tries to walk all the way across and wait for a pylon to proxy so he can reinforce, it's gonna let Ignite back into this game a little bit. So if we see Tetragon take a base here, I would be not surprised at all.
Oh yeah, he's already so far ahead. Why not get more ahead? Take
Exactly.
that base, get that income.
Exactly. 2 Colossi out, Thermal Lance coming out as well. He's got enough money for an expansion. We'll see if he decides to make another Colossi or... Oh, it looks like he's waiting for the gas for it.
Yeah, looks like he started another one. Oh no. Hey, he's decided to go for both Nexus and Colossi.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he does have the army to do that at this point. And yeah, I'm not sure there's too much more to say. Tetragon's pretty far ahead right here. He's getting more ahead. It's possible for Ignite to get back into this game, but he'd have to have some serious pro production. And
well, what's nice from what Tetragon's army right now is he's got those Colossi with range, and on this map, I mean, basically where Ignite's army is, he can harass that army all day.
Yeah, and of course, Immortal's the high damaging unit versus the Colossi only have a range of 5 as opposed to the 9 with Thermal Lance, I believe.
Yep, it's 9.
So
he can basically get up into the natural, and once he's in the natural, just basically harass the units. So you can even force field the ramp to keep him from going to the low ground, and basically just outrange the units on the high ground.
Yeah, and of course, bringing your Colossi up to stomp those force fields is pretty dangerous too.
Not necessarily something you want to do is use Colossi to stomp force fields. Sent that probe in there to die. Didn't really have anywhere for it to go. Just probably wanted to scout the army, see what Ignite had.
Yeah, just check the composition, make sure he's not building up a ton of units. He could have canceled that Nexus if he had to at the last second, but he sees that Ignite is droning up a little, or sorry, probing up a little bit, and not planning on some crazy all-in. Throwing down a robotics bay. Gonna go for some Colossi himself, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, that's really the only... I mean, unless he wants to get movement speed for his observers, there's really no other reason to get the robotics bay.
Have you actually seen a Warp Prism with Warp Prism speed?
No.
That thing is ridiculously fast. It's like a phoenix.
There's no point, though. I mean, it's like, what do you need a fast...
well, if you're White Raw, I mean,
Ignite's gonna push out again, but he's so far behind in supply. I mean, he's basically gonna lose this army, too.
yeah. Tetragon, let's look at the Harvester count real quick. 32 to 29, so Ignite's back in this with Harvesters, but being so far behind the whole game, he's lost all that mining time from before, too. Ignite getting +1, and Robotics Bay finishing up, and he's expanding.
See, what I could say is, I mean, I could see if Ignite went for another base right away, he could come back in, like a secret base.
Right, like a hidden kind of try to risky get back into this game.
Yeah, like literally he would, like if he took his natural and the north, and basically held Tetragon's army at his natural, then I think he could come back in it. But, I mean, you can see he's moving out his army to try and get a flank here.
Yeah, and this is not going to go well at all for Ignite.
I mean, he did pull the Colossi out of position and managed to snipe one of them.
Oh, wow. Tetragon's army is, yeah.
I almost thought he wasn't going to get that, but I mean, he definitely took more damage than he did to get that one Colossus out. And there's already 3 more on the way, and then basically Ignite has nothing. Oh yeah, he's out of the game. There's nothing left he could do.
Alright. Well played by Tetragon.
Yeah.
Nice try by Ignite. PvP, of course, a very volatile matchup.
Oh yeah, it's very micro intensive, as well as all mirror matchups. I mean, there's a lot more micro involved.
That's definitely true in all of them. Cool. Well, good game.
Yeah, good game.